Hello, my name is Conrad Williams. I'm a short story writer, as evidenced by this excellent phobic, edited by Andy Murray, and a novelist based in Didsbury, Manchester. My work could be described as dark, edgy, intense, maybe. My most recent book is Blonde on a Stick, published by Max Crime. It tells the story of a damaged, reluctant private investigator called Joel Sorrell tracking down a killer known as the 4-year-old. It deals with loss and identity and sins from the past coming home to roost. Issues that interest me as a writer include the decay of relationships, identity, and the fallout from random violence. One of the writers who's most influenced me over the years is Mike John Harrison, because he's able to marry gritty modern stories with lyrical kind of prose style. So I'll read you a little bit from the prologue to Blonde on a Stick. He arrived on the Euston Road just as it was getting light, one cold morning at the end of November. He'd spoken maybe 6 words on the way down from Liverpool. The canvas holdall remained in his hands at all times, even though it was large and cumbersome. He shook his head, a single violent jerk, when the drivers who picked him up suggested he sling it in the back. In the tension that followed, he could tell that they considered it a mistake to have stopped for him. They gripped the steering wheel too tightly or struggled to make conversation. They turned the radio off or on. He didn't want to make small talk. He just wanted to arrive. London was at the end of this road. Everything was at the end of this road. His own doorstep and everyone else's, linked by miles and miles of tarmac. Just one road, going everywhere. As the driver of his final lift sped away, leaving him outside the Shore Park Plaza Hotel, he knew that this place could become as much as his as Liverpool had been. The city was dirty and ugly. It had no favourites. It pretended it did, but you'd eventually be found out. At its best, the city tolerated you, and that suited him fine. He listened to the traffic stutter along Euston Road until the cold made his eyes water. He squeezed the handle of the holdall, its worn grip moving into his fingers, moulding to their shape, comforting him. It was like holding his mother's hand, something that must have happened once, he knew, although he could not remember it. He watched some of the passers-by, the way their hands were naturally curled in towards their bodies as they walked, hopeful or ready, maybe instinctively ready, for another hand to join theirs.